Okay, I'm starting this walk from near where I live. There has been some, I think, laying new pipes on some of these roads. So this was a storage area, but they left a gap here. This is a footpath to get up into these fields above the estate where I live. Okay, I'm starting a climb. I don't know, yeah, you probably can't quite see, but there is a bit of snow on the top of Snowdon. Over there it's it's kind of largely covered by clouds. So I'm climbing up here roughly about 150 feet up to a tarmac lane. It's quite sunny half an hour ago, but as usual with my luck, it's clouded over again. That wasn't in the forecast. Snow showers. I don't know if you can see them right there. They're coming in this direction. Yeah. So I'm crossing this stile now and continuing up the hill. Now here's a curious upright stone right here. It may date. It's not marked on the map as a standing stone, a prehistoric stone. But my guess it is, because you can see those vertical scratch marks. Those were probably caused by the receding rocks on the receding glaciers. And so that would have been a stone that has been deliberately put upright. And my guess it dates back to Victorian times, but of course I'm only guessing here, I'm not an archaeologist. Okay, so as you cross the brow of the hill, the Rhinogs come into view. Okay, I'm just reached the tarmac lane. Now this tarmac lane was tarmac overlaid on an ancient prehistoric track that, well, in the old days they didn't go around the coast, they crossed over the high the high pastures, you might say, or most direct link between one place and another. So there's a good view there of the Rhinog range. Now over there you can see, well, I may just miss them, but incoming snow showers. There might be a little bit of holiday traffic on this road, I'm not sure. It's Christmas Eve, but of course travel is highly restricted right now, and that's why I'm doing a walk from the house. Yeah, okay. Oops, I had it on telescopic, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this whole area, okay, yeah. I can just feel one or two, kind of like, yeah, it's starting, well, I think it's more or less sleet here, but, yeah. Now this whole area here was the site of quite an extensive prehistoric settlement, and I think that's why you can't see it all overgrown with bracken and gorse. But that's why I think these particular field areas here have been left untouched, maybe. I'm not sure, by the farmers, because there's an archaeological interest. You know, for people that are interested, of course, in ancient settlements. Yeah, that looks like remains of hut circles and a settlement right there. There's several of them. I'll see if I can have a closer look at them, because there's a stile here. There's a footpath that goes off down towards towards the sea, but I might try and have a closer look. There are some Christmas walkers there on the lane just past me. Okay, so I'll just go over and see if we can get a closer look at these prehistoric hut circles. I don't know how much you can pick up of this on the camera, But that looks like a definite hut circle there, and there's one over there as well, and they're dotted all over. Of course in a very bad state of repair, but as I say, it might explain why the farmers have left this alone. Well, they allow, of course, the sheep and cattle to come in here, but they haven't actually cleared the used these stones for building their walls. And of course, this all right around here about the prehistoric, what remains of prehistoric boundary walls. It's out of focus, I think. Yeah. Okay, that might be an example there of a prehistoric boundary wall right here, just a few feet in front of me. But this whole area, as I say, left alone, as I say, possibly to preserve these ancient remains, of bygone ages. They were probably settled by Irish people that crossed that sea there, the Irish Sea, from Ireland, and settled on this coastline. Briefly out of the wind in this kind of a hollow, and you can see it's all covered with bracken, brambles and gorse and well, dwarf, what do you call them, yeah, blackthorn, and of course it all covers any prehistoric remains, if there are any, would be buried under all this bracken. But that's the exit point there. You want to cross that gate right there. When I go through that, I'm on the cultivated pasture. The sun breaking out. You might, well, just maybe for half a minute or so. There's an ancient, probably an ancient dwarf oak coppice. Of course, on this exposed hillside, the trees don't grow to any great size because of the the stormy weather, especially during the winter months. Okay, as you can just see a bit of Harlech Castle down there. You can see it. And showers are still over there. Okay. Now up ahead, I think although this has been to some extent cleared, I think that is probably a prehistoric boundary wall again. It hasn't been, of course, it's not, it's all tumbled down, but that may have been there back in prehistoric times. Okay, this is the highlight of this walk. Irishman's Walls. It's about, well, I think it's about 50 yards across there. Yeah, Irishman's Walls. Muriau Gwyddelod. I don't know how to pronounce it. Look at that. That's pretty impressive, really. I think. Just well, less than a quarter of a mile, I think, as the crow flies from where I live, or about a quarter, maybe just over a quarter of a mile. Okay, this is a close-up of the quite impressive, I think, settlement. I think all these walls incorporate huts. You can just about, badly damaged, of course, just about see the kind of remains of huts all around the perimeter here. I'm not sure, that might, well, yeah, that looks like there's a break over there to gain entrance to the interior courtyard. so it looks like the remains. I don't know if you can pick them out in the camera. I can see them standing here, but it remains of further huts that may have people lived in, maybe, or stored, kind of, well, not stored. Animals were kept in sheltered conditions. Just a few minutes at least, the sun has come out. I'm tempted to clamber across these walls, but I don't think there's much to see inside. You can see how thick the walls are. Attached to this settlement, Irishman's walls, are these, I think, probably remains of, well, they've probably been repaired over the years, but not recently, these boundary walls. So all this area was settled, I think, by several hundred people, roughly about half a mile square. Just come along another couple of hundred yards or so, and that's an authorised public right of way, you could say. I've been actually trespassing on this walk, but there's a nice stile there going over, continuing up there to that tarmac lane again, the prehistoric lane. The sun's just appeared again, and there's a kind of a piece of woodland here, which I've always found a little bit curious. I think maybe because there's nothing. Well, normally the farmers don't like these trees, but maybe this is where when they cleared the fields, they dumped all the rocks in this area, and so the sheep and cattle couldn't get at it. These trees are allowed to grow. There's a kind of a crow's nest up there. Okay, continuing along the side of this wall, and I could clamber over. I have done it in the past. I'm not going to do it now. But there is another hut, quite a well-defined hut circle down there. You can't see it, but it's not too far, just a couple of hundred yards down there. There's the comparatively new, built in the 70s and 80s mainly, housing estate. They've got excellent views over the Harlech seafront. Okay, that's the end of this walk. The sun just went in. Yeah.